Welcome, and thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to share with you a wonderful opportunity to become a pack leader in your local community by owning a renowned dog training mobile franchise. Always Faithful is founded by CEO Abraham Mashal, who is unable to join us today for the Q&A session. So please drop your questions in the chat box and they will be answered directly after this presentation. Before I get started, just a few quick housekeeping notes. Feel free to use the chat box to share your thoughts and comments. Any questions will be answered by email after the presentation. I have also dropped a link for this QR code that you see here on the screen that will take you to a form to submit a request to schedule a one-on-one meeting with Always Faithful Dog Training and receive a copy of their Item 19 that provides all the financials of the business. And finally, don't worry about taking furious notes. We'll be sending out a recording of this webinar to all registered attendees. I'm your host and franchise consultant, Angie Yi, and I'm excited to be presenting this impactful franchise opportunity with Always Faithful Dog Training. Always Faithful Dog Training is a company with a mission to build teams of professional pack leaders that are passionate about educating pet owners on training their dogs in a way that is proven without using harmful tactics. Today, we'll explore how joining this low-investment mobile franchise is creating exciting business opportunities for dog lovers like you. Let's get started. Always Faithful is not just their motto, but their promise to strive to provide the best training experience for their customers. Let's watch a short to get a sense of Always Faithful's mission and its leadership.
Are you ready to give your dog the life it deserves? Are you ready to stop all inappropriate dog behaviors like leash pulling, jumping, and nipping? Are you ready to train your dog using its natural born instincts? Are you ready to live in peace and harmony with your dog? I'm Abraham Mashal, a former Marine and the owner of Always Faithful Dog Training. Our company has trained over 60,000 dogs the last 20 plus years, and I can assure you that our certified trainers will give you the best dog training available. And we do it all without treats, clickers, or inhumane shock collars. Contact your local certified trainer today and give your dog the life it deserves.
This is their pack leader, Abraham Mashal. Abraham is founder and CEO of Always Faithful and has served on active duty in the U.S. Marine Corps from 1999 to 2003. After being honorably discharged, he started his own dog training company. He has since trained over 6,000 dogs. Abraham is also a service-connected disabled veteran. His credentials include being a course graduate of Training Caesar's Way that is on the essentials of dog psychology and socialization. He is a master commander trainer with the Instructional Dog Trainers Association, as well as a master behavior dog trainer, also with the Instructional Dog Trainers Association. He has specialty certifications for therapy, service dog training, agility, personal protection, and tracking. As you can see in this photo of a Marine U.S. Corp veteran who is the franchisee in Kansas City, training alongside Cesar Millan himself. If you are unfamiliar with Cesar Millan, he is a dog behaviorist and renowned television personality, widely known for his show, Dog Whisperer with Cesar Millan, which has led to best-selling books, live tours, and multiple television series. His core principles for a balanced dog are exercise, discipline, and affection, focusing on rehabilitating dogs and teaching their owners how to be effective leaders. So why be a franchisee with Always Faithful Dog Training? Well, they were number 74 on Entrepreneur's hottest franchise list for many good reasons, and some of them are they have a very fast startup, less than 30 days typically, with low overhead and no expensive real estate investment for a location. The best dog training programs ever created, led by the most experienced trainers in the world, and providing private online forum that is for owners only and provides support to owners 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They also have annual training conferences that feature the greatest guest speakers, trainers in the industry like Cesar Millan and Todd Langston. They give access to like-minded trainers from all over the world, not just the United States. So what is a relationship to Caesar, and how does it tie in with Always Faithful Dog Training? Cesar has been a guest speaker at their conference and also attended Always Faithful Dog Training retreats. The head trainer of Cesar's company, Todd Langston, works with Always Faithful Dog Training, as 90% of Cesar's strategy is the same as Always Faithful Dog Training. Another renowned partner of Always Faithful Dog Training is Kurt Greenwood, who has been featured on Animal Planet, National Geographic, Discovery Channel, and more. He is a young dynamic naturalist, conservationist, survival expert, and animal behavior specialist with a passion for wildlife. He had an obsession with deadly creatures since he was 4 years old, and his aim is to bridge the gap between man and animal with a gentle approach in a way never before attempted, and to share his knowledge and unique perspective of the wild. Kurt offers monthly training sessions with Always Faithful Dog Training franchisees and leads workshops at their annual conferences. Here's another short on Always Faithful Dog Training, which features Kurt Greenwood and his abilities.
Do you want to be a pack leader? Do you feel your dog is out of control? Or would you like to be a better leader for our canine friends? Join Kurt Greenwood and Abraham Mashal on a full-day seminar on dog and animal behavior. With a combined 40-plus years of expertise, Kurt and Abraham want to teach you what it takes to be a pack leader. Master your energy with our one-of-a-kind, calm, and confident system.
See, this one's bad. You stop off. A calm energy. Just wait for him to calm down completely. No need to shock him or do anything. And once I see they're both nice and calm, then they can go, here we go. There you go.
Now we'll go over the types of training services that Always Faithful Dog Training offers to customers. There are 3 types of services that are offered and tailored to meet the needs of each individual dog. One is obedience training. This is their bread and butter. These sessions are for puppies starting at 8 weeks old up to adult dogs. They include training for the well-behaved dog to teach walking, sitting, staying, coming, and sitting down. The service has 3 options on levels of training: basic, advanced, and high distraction. Next is behavioral modification training. These services account for 40 to 60% of their clients. These are more customized packages that address individual behavioral problems specific to the client's dog. And last, they offer specialty services. These are add-on services that a franchisee can offer. These add-ons include therapy dog training, service dog training, tracking, personal protection, board and train. Now, you might be wondering, what is the average ticket for these services? When it comes to board and train, they partner with vets and boarding and pay them a discounted boarding fee. The minimum would be $100 a day per dog. So, would you make a great pack leader? Well, first of all, you must love dogs. That should be a given. And there's no way you can succeed as an owner in this business otherwise. Second, you are not required to have any experience in this field, and it's actually preferred to avoid unlearning other methods and complicitly follow and replicate the Always Faithful dog training system exactly. Also, a strong business acumen is necessary to be able to overcome any challenges, improve performance, and lead. Participation in initial training and performing dog training courses are a requirement, not an option. Even as a semi-absentee owner, the owner is still expected to learn and go through training, as it's necessary that a franchisee should have the ability to run their own business and train new staff should their GM unexpectedly fall out or go on unexpected leave. And last but not mandatory, veterans. Why do franchisors prefer veterans? Well, they make ideal franchisees because they already possess the traits of a leader and have the mindset to overcome challenges to execute a given plan, which is exactly what franchise ownership is all about. Following and executing to reach the end goal, which in this case is building a successful dog training business. What kind of support does Always Faithful Dog Training provide? Well, with their initial support, they assist with marketing. This includes national accounts with Bark and Thumbtack, as well as Google Ads, which is handled completely by the franchisor, not the franchisee, which is great. They provide training on using their CRM system, which was custom built by Pocket Suite for Always Faithful Dog Training. They provide your own website, which is built and run in-house, and they provide training on both handling and training dogs. What's the difference there? So handling is done mainly with military police dogs, and training, which is used in a more friendly civilian environment. And of course, Always Faithful Dog Training teaches franchisees about dog psychology. So the role of the owner. There are two choices between two models, either being an owner-operator or a semi-absentee owner, or I would like to say semi-involved owner because it does require you to be involved. When you choose the owner-operator model, what that entails is training 3 to 5 dogs a day, responding to leads and emails, continuing education, using their private online forum to ask questions, communicate with other franchisees, interact and share experiences with the management team. And if you decide to choose the semi-absentee route or semi-involved route where you're spending at least 10 to 15 hours on the business, not in the business, this model falls on the higher end of the investment range, as you would hire a manager to manage the daily operations. And that role requires, hiring 1 or 2 trainers to start, overseeing marketing efforts and lead flow, scheduling clients and monitoring reviews, and mainly focus on efforts to grow and scale the business. So what is the sales process like with clients of Always Faithful Dog Training? First would be the initial call to collect information on the pet owners and their dog and answer the questions about the services offered by Always Faithful Dog Training. Next would be scheduling an appointment for an in-home assessment to get to know their dog. And during that visit, while making an assessment, that is when a service fee would be calculated based on the expectations of both franchisee and the client. Typically, the average sale falls between $900 to $1,100. 15 to 20 clients per month is standard. Trainer pay is commission-based or hourly, depending on state law. Each trainer should have between 10 to 20 clients a month. And actually, in one of the Always Faithful Dog Training locations, they're known to generate $30,000 to $40,000 a month with 4 employees. So what do the trainers get? Typically around $40 to $60 an hour. Full-time trainers work between 20 to 23 hours a week, and they do around 2 to 3 in-home lessons per day. And having 3 trainers in one territory is ideal. All this information and more is provided by the franchisor when you speak with them to discuss this opportunity. Now, when it comes to their ongoing support, they will provide supplemental training. They hold Zoom webinars. They give access to a private online forum. They have bi-weekly check-in calls, as well as monthly calls with Kurt Greenwood. There's hands-on training with Todd Langston's pack as well. Now, getting to how much does it cost to own an Always Faithful Dog Training mobile business? Well, the initial investment, which typically covers the first 3 months of operation, is estimated to be around $94,050 to $98,300. And what's included in that investment is the franchise fee of $49,000, the royalty, which is 8% of gross sales per month. And in order to qualify as a franchisee applicant, it's standard to meet the minimum financial requirements of a franchisor. And with Always Faithful Dog Training, that is a minimum of $100,000 in liquid capital, which is total available funds that is ready to be invested, which can include loans and your 401k. Also, the minimum net worth required is 200,000. Net worth is all assets minus debt, and that can be a combined amount with a spouse or business partners. These requirements are mainly to ensure a candidate has working capital to operate the business after the first 3 months. Some franchisors offer special discounts to marginalized groups, and Always Faithful Dog Training does offer a discount for veterans with 10% off the franchise fee. Another reminder that all this information and more is provided by the franchisor if you decide to speak with them to discuss this opportunity. So, here is what you can expect if you wish to learn more about this ownership opportunity. In the slide, you can see the 6-step application process with Always Faithful Dog Training. Steps 1 through 5 are non-committal calls, meaning you are not expected to make a decision on any of them. Once you have that intro call, completing step number 2, and there's still interest in learning more, the next call, which is step 3, will be to go over the details of their franchise disclosure document. You will also receive their item 19 to review unit economics and understand the revenue potential. The step after that is probably the most important in the process, if it's not a new emerging brand. This step will give you the most insight into whether this is the right business for you. The validation calls with current franchisees. This is where you can get answers directly from existing owners about their personal experience with the company so far, whether they are receiving the level of support they expected, how their store is performing, the challenges they face when starting up, if they would have done anything differently, and more. These are the kinds of questions you want real answers to from an experienced franchisee's perspective. Usually after that step, you'll likely have your mind made up on whether you're in or out. My role as your franchise consultant is to guide you along the process and make sure you have the tools to be prepared for each step. If you decide it's not for you, that's okay. As a matter of fact, that's the reason these steps are necessary in every franchisor's process. It helps franchisors understand if candidates can trust the system and see themselves as a franchisee by providing them with full transparency on what to expect. I believe it's also the main reason why it's ideal to consider franchise ownership over an independent startup. You can't get this much information and preparation to project the outcome of a startup, which is also a reason why 80% of them fail. In contrast, over 80% of franchise businesses succeed and stay in business for at least 5 years. Just ending the slide with some food for thought. And finally, so here's the next step. Scan the QR code you see here on the screen. That will take you to a form to confirm your interest to learn more. And after you click submit, you'll receive an email within 24 hours to schedule an intro call with Always Faithful Dog Training's development rep, who will answer your questions and provide more details about the business model to see if this is the right opportunity for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to join our call to watch this presentation on the opportunity to become an owner with Always Faithful Dog Training. I'm your franchise consultant, Angie Yi. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly with any questions.